afternoon all. Today I got 3 poems for you. One about a bed, one about concreting, and one about whiskey. I'll start with the bed. They're 3 short poems. This is called The Bed. Dead eyes staring nowhere, grouped around the bed. Talk of work, football, plans for the future all give way. First to talk of, rather than to him. Then to silence. Silence broken by occasional obligatory words directed to him. Occasional vacuous words of love, gratitude, of anything at all to fill the silence. Thoughts are ash in the minds that are still and frenetic at the same time. For the first time in hours, he moves, squirming on the bed, mouth chewing at words that can't escape nor be swallowed. I need the toilet, he says in a hollow voice as loud as his paper-thin body can make it. Her fingers slide over his grey forehead. It's all right, she says. Gonna shit myself through. It's all right, she says. Let it go. You're wearing a nappy. She apologises for the stench as if these moments could be different. As sanitised as the bed will be once the nurses get through with it. After hours of this moment, standing guard vacantly over his departing spirit with the occasional pained word, they depart. He appears not to even notice, until sometime in the dead hours of morning, he awakes alone and departs. Everything I read today has titles that are obvious. This one's called Concreting Day. It's a day I spent with my old man when I was quite young. The concreting day. I knew my father would come to my room at 7 in the morning that Saturday so we could lay the concrete, and I knew I'd be awake already because the sun was up. The concrete truck would be here soon, and I knew I'd rush breakfast at his behest. And out of the excitement of it all, I knew we'd meet in the yard, my brothers and I, my father and grandfather, all dressed in work clothes, except me in my jeans and favourite t-shirt. And I knew my pa would be the expert, laying the formwork, firm and perfectly square. I knew I'd be the labourer that day, shoveling the concrete they levelled and smoothed as perfectly as marble, shining in the morning sun. And I knew I'd want to just once use the trowel to help make it smooth like that. I knew I'd get to take the best part of the day because it was a big job and hard work. I knew I'd been told to work hard before the sun disappeared behind the clouds and the rain spattered on the drying concrete, leaving it pockmarked and dull. But I didn't know the day would end. The rain would pass and I'd move out to a flat near the station to show I was a man. I didn't know that Pa would pass too, and I'd be estranged from my brothers. I didn't know my parents would move, selling the house, and the concrete would be ripped up and a duplex replace my home, and that the life I had would be gone forever. I didn't know I'd grow old and tired, look back and see that it was the last time I'd ever laid concrete, and maybe the last time I felt at home with my dad. I didn't know that I'd get married, have kids of my own, and they'd grow up, with me left to wonder did they ever have such a day as I'd had, in a life I've left forever. I didn't know that, knowing these things, I'd know more than I ever wanted to know. Last one. In Ireland, in the places where they speak their own language. Whiskey is called ushkapa, water of life. This is called whiskey pine. Flowers on the lips, silk on the tongue, and fire in the belly on this cold and crazy night. It's sucking the dew off clover as the darkness settles around us and smoking rich, musky cigars to keep the devil away. With a glass in one hand and a burning stub in the other, and the brothers and sisters around you, the talk turns to poets, sometimes old and gone away, sometimes new and emerging. The talk turns to politics of the new and hopeful, the utopia awaiting for us tomorrow. We don't come to the holy ground. The holy ground comes to us. For a moment all is right and the words are godlike perfection, and we know for just a moment that the priests and soothsayers have nothing compared with what we have now. A sip of whiskey, a drag on the stub, a word of correction or encouragement, and in the wee hours of the morning we have flowers on our lips and silk on the tongue. And in this cold, hard world that we have fire in our bellies that we know will fight to put the world to rights. Yeah, that's it for the day. Hope that was enjoyable. I'll be back on Sunday. In the meantime, stay safe. Blessings, everybody.